Good morning, all my naughty nymphs and perverted pimps, and everybody else not sitting on a pillow. Welcome to the flip side. Oh, it's been a beautiful week. It's been a beautiful week. I look like shit. I need to get my wall out and cut my hair. Of course, I take care of my own hair. I can't see spending. I know people work and they need money and all that shit, but I can't see spending 16, 20 bucks on a freaking haircut. My gosh, that's expensive. I just ain't gonna do it. So I bought me a wall a few years back, and I've been cutting my own hair ever since. I may not be that good at it, but it don't matter because it's just hair. Oh man, if I fuck up, it'll grow back. Well, it's getting thin. Some of it'll grow back. Oh man, I got a story for you. A couple of Saturdays ago, I don't remember the exact date. I've got it written down somewhere. But I took my wife out to go eat at a Boo Ray's. If anybody knows what a Boo Ray's is, the owner of Boo Ray's used to work for Razoo's. It's Cajun seafood and other whatnots, etc., etc. Apparently, he had a parting of the ways and went and opened up his own place, called it Boo Ray's. And they opened one up in Hudson Oaks between Aledo and Weatherford, and they had another location opened up off Boat Club Road up north of Lake Worth. And so I took her out to eat at Boo Ray's. I like their jalapeno catfish. That's some good shit, Maynard. That's some good shit. And she ate, and then I decided to take her out and go to a little bar that I saw over there in Saginaw called the Rooster, or Roosters. I'm not exactly sure which. And we had a good old time. They had karaoke that night, and you know I love to sing karaoke. So I had my good old fun, danced with some people, sang some karaoke, and I just had a good old time. And my wife, she had a good time too. At least I thought she had a good time. She got a little inebriated. I had to cut her off at the bar. She was getting, I don't know if it's the medication she takes or whatever mixed with the alcohol, but she was getting a little mean. So I told the bartender to cut her off. Well, that pissed her off. As you can imagine it would. So she decided she was going to leave. And she was, in my opinion, a little too inebriated to be driving. So I followed her out behind the bar where we had parked. And I'm trying to get the keys from her and trying to keep her from driving away because she's mad and she's angry and she's had too much to drink. And some guy that apparently had an issue with me in the bar came out the back door, opened the door, looked at me, and said with a smile, shit-eating grin on his face, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker," and just smiled. I looked at him, I said, "What'd you say?" He repeated himself. He said, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker," just as calm and collective and with intent as he could, and with a smile. I said, "Did I hear you right? Did I hear you say you were gonna kill me?" And he said it one more time. He looked at me just as calm as anything and said, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker," and just smiled. So I went after his ass. Fuck. I don't know if that motherfucker's got a gun or what, but I went and chased after his ass, and of course, my wife hopped in the truck, drove off. Don't know what happened to her at the time, and apparently somebody called the police. I'm standing outside the back of that bar waiting for that motherfucker to come on with it. Fuck, he gonna threaten my life, threaten my security, threaten me right to my face and tell me that he's gonna kill me? That's intent. That's intent. And that motherfucker, I was gonna have some hard, strong words with him. I mean, the hardest kind. And, well, they decided, they came out back of the bar, a lot of the people from the bar, and they apparently, I know he was drunk, or been drinking, I know. But fuck, you don't walk out the back, you don't sit there and tell somebody you're gonna kill them, and you don't say it 3 times with a shit-eating grin on your face and expect nothing to happen. Well, they called the laws on me, called the Fort Worth police. I don't know if it was 7 or 8 of them some bitches, might have been 6 of them. And they're surrounding me in the back of that bar, and one of them some bitches sits there and tells me, well, how big was he? And I told him, it don't matter how big he was. It don't matter. Motherfucker threatened my life, and I want to press charges. Well, of course, somebody else had called the laws, so they didn't want to listen to me. And hell, I'd only had, since from about 8 o'clock to about 1 o'clock that night, I'd had 2 drinks and 2 shots the entire night. And I'm a big boy. You know, it'd take that entire bar's worth of alcohol to get me drunk. Too drunk to fucking have, be able to think and walk and talk and all that shit. So, fuck. I told them, fuck y'all fucktards. There's a whole mess of them too. Like I said, there was either 6, 7, or 8 of them son of bitches. Hell, there might have been more. But I told them, I said, the Constitution, which, of course I expressed myself and my rights. I said, the Constitution, which was written to, the Articles of the Confederation was written to structure our government. I'm shaking a little bit. Oh, I need to change hands. Was written to structure our government. And the amendments to the Constitution, at least the first 10 of them, were written not to grant people rights, but to restrict the governing body and its subsidiaries from transgressing upon our rights. That means I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, to whoever the fuck I want to say it, whenever the fuck I want to say it, where I want to say it at. And I called them fucktards. That pissed them off. And of course, it pissed them. I kept telling that little officer, I kept telling him, it don't matter how big he is. He kept asking me, how big is he? It doesn't matter. He could have had a gun. It doesn't matter if he's the size of a Smurf or the size of the Jolly Green Giant. That motherfucker threatened my life. He threatened my life with fucking intent. Oh, well, me calling them fucktards and barking too loud. I was the dog. I was the bad dog that barked too loud, and they didn't like it. So they fucking handcuffed my ass, squeezed them motherfuckers as tight as they could around my fucking wrist, and threw me in the back of a squad car. Yeah, I kept calling them fucktards. I told them, man, y'all need to treat people like human beings. Treat them like human beings. Don't treat them like victims and perpetrators, you fucktards. Well, one of the officers, I told him I was ex-military. I was a volunteer fireman before that. And one of the officers, he might have been ex-military, I'm not exactly sure, but he was nice. He came around the other side of the squad car, opened it up, loosened my cuffs a little bit. Still hurt. Fuck, hell, this has been a couple of weeks now, and I've still got a little soreness and tenderness in my wrist. But they took me, they filed a PI charge on me, took me to their little Fort Worth little jail, and my arm's a little tired. I need to go to a little stand. Took me to their Fort Worth little jail, where all they got's a concrete floor and a fucking stainless steel toilet. And fuck, I didn't put up with no shit. I was in that motherfucker for at least 8 or 9 hours, or fuck, I don't know what was it, about 10 o'clock. I got there probably about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was there for at least 7, 8 hours before, and I started, after about 6 hours, I started kicking that fucking door and telling them fucktards, fucking put me in front of a judge and arraign me. This was a Class C misdemeanor. Fucking put me in front of a judge and arraign my ass and get me the fuck out of there. While I was there, there was a gentleman that they brought in, for PI, but he didn't have PI. He was fucking, he was diabetic. He even had a little machine attached to him to tell him what his fucking blood sugar levels were at all times. And that motherfucker was high. I mean, high, his numbers. He wasn't high, but his numbers were high. And I slammed on the door and told them to get him some medical aid, that he needed a fucking shot or something. They need to get somebody to check on him. Because he was fucked up. He kept talking shit, and he was having a diabetic hallucination of some sort. And that's what ended up putting him, giving him the PI. And once they gave him a shot, he started feeling better, and he started thinking straight. My God, they don't give a fuck. They don't check people. They don't sit there and take them to the fucking hospital or the doctor or something like that. And, when somebody's fucked up and they don't know that they're fucked up because they're diabetic or something, because they're fucked up. They just don't know. Well, fuck, man, these fucking officers, These fucking corporate, militarized, mercenary, badge-wielding, gun-toting, fucking tax-collecting fucktards need to start fucking treating people like human beings. And that's what I told them, and they didn't like it. All right, guys, we're rolling up a little after 10 minutes. I'm going to leave this one just about as long and as short as I can. I love each and every one of you, truly and deeply I do, from the bottom of my heart. And I'm going to fight that motherfucker. I went to the judge and told them, I want a jury trial. I'm going to represent myself. I'm going to fucking open up some fucking minds to the fucking bullshit. At least to those 6 jurors. You know, maybe I can get a whole bunch of people to fucking show up and be in the fucking seats. And maybe I'll provide them with some pillows. All right, guys. Again, I love each and every one of you truly and deeply I do from the bottom of my heart. As always, carpe diem. Seize the day. Catch you. Here. Peace. Catch you on the flip side.